When actor Mark Harmon left NCIS, it devastated fans. But looking into his personal life helps explain what motivated the decision. Keep watching to see why Mark Harmon turns his back on Hollywood for the love of his life. Thomas Mark Harmon was born in Burbank, California, September 2, 1951. His father was Tom Harmon, a Heisman Trophy-winning football player and broadcaster. His mother was actress, model, and artist Elise Knox. His sisters were actress-painter Kristen Nelson and actress and model Kelly Harmon. Mark inherited his father's love of football. He graduated from Harvard Westlake School in 1970 and then completed a 2-year associate degree at Pierce College. By his second season, he'd received offers from several college football programs and chose UCLA. He was a quarterback for the Bruins from 1972 to 73. He took his 18-point home underdog team to a 20-17 victory against national champs Nebraska during his first game. He earned the National Football Foundation Award for all-around excellence his senior year. This was one of his first brushes with celebrities outside his own family. He didn't know it was a tuxedo-only event, and he had to get an appropriate outfit. He rushed to buy a dove gray tuxedo and frilly undershirt. John Wayne was also there to accept the Gold Medal Award. He was impressed and called Mark a rebel, signing his program to the rebel May the Wind Always Be at Your Back. Mark graduated cum laude from UCLA in 1974 with a BA in Communications. He was later inducted into the Pierce College Athletic Hall of Fame in 2010. His early career. Mark says that if he couldn't have been an actor, he would have been a carpenter, but he knows he would never have been hired to do it. He was torn between advertising and law after school. He joined the business world as a merchandising director for a few years. One of his earliest national appearances was in a commercial for Kellogg's products. Along with his father Tom, he became its TV spokesman. His sister Kristen's in-laws, Ozzie and Harriet Nelson, got him a job on Ozzie's Girls. They asked him to fill in for another actor who was a no-show. It led to guest performances in shows like Adam 12 and Emergency. He even got an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a miniseries or movie for his role as Robert Dunlap in Eleanor and Franklin, The White Horse Years. He didn't get a regular role until the primetime soap Flamingo Road in 1980. It was canceled after 2 seasons. He landed the role of Dr. Robert Caldwell in St. Elsewhere in 1983 and stayed for 3 seasons. He left early in 1986 because he was uncomfortable with a plotline where his character contracted HIV through unprotected intercourse. His career continued to climb, and he was named People's Sexiest Man Alive in 1986. He didn't even realize he'd been given the honor until an interview with the magazine about his show St. Elsewhere. When he left, he went to play basketball with his friends, and the backboards were plastered with the cover and his face. That's how he found out, and he considered it silly. During that year, he worked with future NCIS co-star Kirstie Alley as serial killer Ted Bundy in The Deliberate Stranger and the film Let's Get Harry. Other notable roles in the 80s included the 1987 comedy Summer School, films like Stealing Home and The Presidio in 1988, and Worth Winning in 89. He also performed in stage productions, primarily in Canada. He returned to TV after that. He earned attention and another Emmy Award nomination as Secret Service agent Simon Donovan on 4 episodes of The West Wing. NCIS. The character of Special Agent Leroy Gibbs began as a guest starring role in 2 episodes of JAG. The show's creator, Donald Belisario, insisted on having Mark play the role. He also wanted him in the spinoff NCIS. Mark stayed from 2003 to 2021. It made him a major name and earned him 6 People's Choice Award nominations. He continued staying busy while playing Gibbs. He started his own production company called Wings Productions to produce NCIS New Orleans, producer of a series based on John Sanford's best-selling Prey novels. He directed 2 episodes of Chicago Hope in 1990 and 2000 and 2 episodes of Boston Public in 2002. Mark left NCIS in the 4th episode of the 19th season. Fans were shocked, and everyone involved with the show said there was always room for him to return. He received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2012. It was a fitting honor for a man who's worked so hard on stage as well as on and behind the camera. Finding the love of his life. Mark Harmon married Pam Dauber on March 21, 1987. She's an actress who's appeared in sitcoms like Mork and Mindy and My Sister Sam. They met thanks to a mutual friend. It wasn't just his looks that won her over. He had the emotional characteristics she was looking for as well: strength, intelligence, independence, and a sense of humor. Pam revealed she was selling her home in Hollywood Hills to move in with him in Pacific Palisades in an interview in March 1987. Their wedding fit their private style. It was a small and intimate affair. Mark says he wasn't looking for a relationship when they met and waiting for one that would last, and so far it has. They've been married 35 years. Pam and Mark live in a home in Mandeville Canyon, Los Angeles. It's far away from central LA, and they like it that way. They rarely make notable appearances together. Mark's family. The couple has 2 sons, Sean, born in 1998, and Ty, born in 92. Sean is an actor who appeared as Agent Gibbs in 7 flashback episodes of NCIS since 2008. He also appeared in an episode of NCIS LA. Ty is a screenwriter. Pam put her career on hold to raise her children. She'd been doing voice work, acting, and more, but would rather be able to be there for her family. Mark's view on family life changed one day while his children were young. He was filming Till There Was You in New Guinea and missed his son's first steps. He told Pam he didn't want to do films in faraway lands just to afford their fancy home and miss such important milestones. Mark became more selective about which projects he took so he wouldn't be too far away and be a part of their lives. How have they lasted? Pam and Mark know that 2 actors staying married for over 30 years is perhaps the exception, not the rule. Mark notes that getting married later in life can be the best choice. Getting the stupid stuff out of your system in your early life leaves a better, healthier connection later. The saying opposites attract also seems to work for these 2. They have different personalities and opinions, but don't fight over them. They're also willing to sacrifice for each other. They change their careers to be closer to their family without any regrets. They've always remained a team no matter what they've done. They've acted together a few times, like in a play called Love Letters. Mark says they don't normally respond to the same material, but it worked. Their synchronicity has even saved lives. One of Mark's most well-known moments outside of the screen was the day he saved 2 teens from a burning car on his street. He notes it was Pam who walked up to them and told him to help. He insists it couldn't have happened without her. He also believes keeping a low profile as a famous family is not even a choice. They all stay away from social media, and that helps them keep away from crowds. One thing you'll notice if you ever see them is Mark's unique ring. It's a special piece of jewelry in the shape of an eagle head. He wears it even when he's not shooting. He doesn't want to keep it hidden because he's proud to be married and proud of his wife. Certain reports claim they renewed their vows in a close-knit backyard ceremony on their 30th wedding anniversary. Now it's time to hear from you. Who's your favorite character on NCIS? Let us know in the comments section below.